Hello friends, welcome to Online Guru. Today's our topic of discussion is mucormycosis. It is a deadly black fungal disease. Widely now we are going to see many cases related to the mucormycosis having a mortality rate of 50%. Mostly the persons who are immunocompromised, having complications like diabetes, or the most of the post-COVID recovered patients, the patients who are recovered from COVID infection, they are going to suffer from this type of disease. It is called as mucormycosis, also known as black fungus. Mostly it is a hot topic, it is a recent topic. It can be asked in the exam. The questions can be asked in the exam related to this topic because it is of very hot and current topic of the concern. Okay, so we are going to discuss some of the important essential points and the detailed mechanism of the pathophysiology of the mucormycosis, that is a black fungal disease which is having a high degree of mortality, that is it is a deadly black fungal disease. What is black fungus? We are going to discuss now what is black fungus. Fungal infection. Once it is going to affect the skin, it is not going to get rapidly cured. It will take months and years to treat any fungal infection with the use of antifungal agents. Most of the drugs which are used as a antifungals are going to treat that disease, but still that disease will reappear after the medications are stopped. Hence they are very notorious type of living organisms. Most of the fungus are present and their main food is the dead organisms. But when it will become opportunistic, it can also attack the live cells. Okay, it may be of animals or humans. Okay, black fungus is another name for the term called as mucormycosis. What is meaning of mucor? Mucor means a type of species of fungus. This is a type of species of fungus. Okay, and mycosis. Mycosis means something which is related to the fungus or fungal study. Mycology, study science which deals with the study of fungus. Mycosis means something which is related to the fungus. Mucormycosis means the actual or the type of fungus which is going to cause this disease. It is also called as black fungus. Previously it was known as zygomycosis. Okay, mucormycosis, it can be asked in the exam, the another name of mucormycosis, it is called as zygomycosis. It is a type of rare and serious fungal infection. Nearly we have seen fungal infection is going to affect the skin, but this type of mucormycosis, the fungus which is going to cause mucormycosis, apart from skin, it is also going to attack vital organs like brain, eyes, lungs and GI tract. Okay, and it can also spread throughout the body. Okay, it will contain a group of mold called as mucormycetes. Mucormycetes is a type of fungal species which is going to cause this disease. The species is of Rhizopus. The species of mucormycetes, it is called as Rhizopus species. It is one of the most important species. Okay, and the molds or fungus which are going to live in the environment. Okay, the fungus which are going to we are going to see, mostly they are going to present in the environment, in the construction sites, okay, on the walls, or it can be present on the bread or fruit molds. Okay, the fungus, the actual mechanism we are going to discuss now. ये कैसे काम करता है हम लोग डिटेल में इसको पढ़ने वाले हैं. जब भी फंगस हमारे बॉडी में एंटर करेगा वाया आवर लंग्स, when we are going to inhale the air, when we are going to take the spores of the mucormycosis, these are the spores of mucormycosis, they are going to get inhaled via inhaled air, they are going to go inside our body, and inside our body they are going to get replicated. Okay, how they are going to enter our cell we are going to see now. If this is a cells, if this is a endothelial cells which are inner lining of blood vessels, if this is a endothelial cells which are inner lining of the blood vessels, this fungal spores of the mucormycetes species is going to go and bind to the specific receptor present on the endothelial cell. Endothelial cell is going to have a receptor. for binding with the spores of the mucormycosid fungus. Okay, and this type of receptor which is going to bind to this fungus, it is known as glucose regulated protein 78 receptor. This fungus is going to bind to the this glucose regulated protein 78 receptor to get enter into the inside the endothelial cells, and it is going to attach on the endothelial cell. First of all, it is not going to enter, but it is going to firstly attach firmly to the surface of the endothelial cells, and finally it can go for vascular invasion. Vascular means blood vessel invasion. It is also known as angio invasion. Okay, through blood vessels, this fungus is going to spread throughout the body, and it is going to cause a whole body infection of fungus. Then eventually it is going to cause tissue necrosis. Necrosis means the cell death due to any injury or infection or trauma to any cell before the completion of lifespan of the cell. That cell is going to die due to trauma or infection. This is called as tissue necrosis. The tissue will contain many cells, and ultimately the cells are going to die, and it is leading to tissue necrosis. यू कैन सी इन द डायग्राम, आप डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं ये म्यूकरमाइकोसिस ऑफ स्किन है। यहाँ पे अपने रेड कलर के जो लेजेस देखे हैं, ये ज्यादातर म्यूकरमाइकोसिस में पाए जाते हैं। ये म्यूकरमाइकोसिस ज्यादातर स्किन में भी हो सकता है, ब्रेन को भी अफेक्ट हो सकता है, आईज को अफेक्ट हो सकता है, लंग्स में भी हो सकता है, और हमारे जो गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टाइनल ट्रैक है वहीं पे भी ये अटैक कर सकता है। हम लोग देखने वाले हैं क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द म्यूकोरमाइकोसिस एज पर द पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी और ऑर्गन विच इज बीन अफेक्टेड। जिस ऑर्गन को ये फंगल इन्फेक्शन अटैक करेगा उसके अनुसार हम लोग इसका क्लासिफिकेशन देखने वाले हैं। फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन इज साइनसेस एंड द ब्रेन। You can see there are 4 types of sinuses. There are some sinuses which are present up on the upper part of the nose. These sinuses are concerned with the drainage of the mucus. जो हमारे respiratory tract में mucus बनता है, उस mucus को flush करने के लिए, उसको remove करने के लिए हमें इस sinus की जरूरत होती है, जो हमारे nose में से mucus निकाल देते हैं ताकि blockage न हो पाए। Okay, और brain. Okay, brain means something which is related to our nervous system. That is a main component of our nervous system. Okay, जब भी साइनस या ब्रेन में ये फंगल इन्फेक्शन ग्रो होगा उसे हम कहेंगे राइनोसेरेब्रल टाइप ऑफ म्यूकोरमाइकोसिस। ओके, म्यूकोरमाइकोसिस ऑफ राइनोसेरेब्रल पार्ट। राइनो मतलब व्हाट इज राइनो? हैव यू हर्ड द टर्म ENT specialist? That is ear, nose and throat specialist. They are also known as otorhinolaryngologist. Oto मतलब ear, related to ear. Oto means related to ear. Rhino means related to nose, and laryngo means related to larynx, which is a component of throat. Otorhinolaryngologist. They are also known as ENT specialist. Okay, they are there. I am going to explain you why. Because rhino, when the term is going to come as rhino in medical terminology, rhino means something which is related to our nose, and hence it is called as rhinocerebral. Rhino means our nose and cerebral means related to our cerebrum, that is brain. जब भी वायरस दिस फंगल इन्फेक्शन हमारे नोज में या सेरेब्रम पार्ट में होगा तो इसे कहा जाता है राइनोसेरेब्रल टाइप ऑफ म्यूकोरमाइकोसिस। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज when the fungus is going to thrive and attack the lungs, हमारे फेफड़ों को जब ये अटैक करेगा तब इसको कहा जाता है pulmonary mucormycosis. Okay, and it is going to result in many complications like breathlessness. Next point is when the fungus is going to attack the stomach and intestine, इसे कहा जाता है gastrointestinal mucormycosis. Then the next point is skin or cutaneous layers, okay, of the skin. Cutaneous मतलब the something which is related to skin. Cutaneous means something which is related to skin or skin layers. It is called as cutaneous. जब भी ये फंगस हमारे स्किन में ग्रो करेगा, हमारे स्किन को अटैक करेगा, और हमारे स्किन के सेल्स में ही रिप्लिकेट करेगा, तो इसे कहा जाता है द म्यूकरमाइकोसिस ऑफ स्किन। एंड फाइनली वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस वाइड स्प्रेड और डिसेमिनेटेड, मतलब जब ये फंगल इन्फेक्शन म्यूकरमाइकोटिक फंगस इज गोइंग टू कम इनसाइड द ब्लड, ये जब हमारे ब्लड में आएगा एंड थ्रू ब्लड और ब्लड वेसल्स पूरे शरीर में फैल जाएगा, मतलब इट इज गोइंग टू स्प्रेड थ्रू आउट द बॉडी थ्रू द ब्लड और लिम्फेटिक फ्लूइड, इट इज कॉल्ड एज डिसेमिनेटेड टाइप ऑफ म्यूकरमाइकोसिस। आप डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं, इस फिगर में आप लोग देख सकते हैं, जब भी म्यूकरमाइकोटिक फंगस हमारे आईज को इन्फेक्ट करेगा, हमारे आईज का ये देखो ये क्या हासिल हो गया, ओके जब भी ये फंगस हमारे माउथ या ओरल कैविटी को अफेक्ट करेगा, तो देखिए ये डायग्राम, दिस फाइनली द टिश्यू इज गोइंग टू गेट नेक्रोसिस, there is a tissue necrosis, there is a death of the cells in the particular infected area. This is called as the mucormycotic attack on the cells of the host. Okay, then we are going to discuss the signs and symptoms of the mucormycosis as per the affective area. Okay, first point is the rhinocerebral, that is sinus and brain part of the mucormycosis. इसमें क्या होता है, इसमें फेशियल स्वेलिंग आ जाती है, एक तरफ का हमारा जो फेस का एरिया है पूरी तरह से स्वेल हो जाता है, इसे कहा जाता है वन साइडेड फेशियल स्वेलिंग। कभी कभी हेडेक भी हो सकता है, नेजल और साइनल कंजेशन, ओके देयर मे बी कंजेशन ऑफ आवर नेजल साइनल साइनसेस, ओके एंड देयर कैन बी ब्लैक लेजन्स, ब्लैक कलर के धब्बे आ जाते हैं, ओके ब्लैक लेजन्स और ब्लिस्टर्स कैन अपीयर, ओके and on the nasal bridge and the upper side of the mouth, okay on the upper side of the mouth, which that can be quickly or more severe, it may also result in fever। जब भी हमारे इन्फेक्शन ब्लड में एंटर करेगा तो हमारे बॉडी में प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स नाम का केमिकल रहता है, वो प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स वो केमिकल का लेवल्स बढ़ जाएगा, जिसकी वजह से हमारे बॉडी में फीवर प्रोड्यूस होगा, मतलब they will be suffering from fever when the infection is been present in the blood itself। Then next point is pulmonary or lung type of mucormycosis। इसमें क्या होता है, जब भी हमारे फेफड़ों में फंगल इन्फेक्शन हो जाता है, मतलब ये राइजोपस स्पीसीज का जो फंगा है किसी भी पेशेंट के फेफड़ों को अफेक्ट करता है, उसके लंग्स को अफेक्ट करता है, उसके न्यूमोसाइट्स को अफेक्ट करता है, तो उसे कहा जाता है पल्मोनरी लंग म्यूकोरमाइकोसिस। इसमें क्या होता है, पेशेंट को आमतौर पर पल्मोनरी एडिमा हो सकता है, दैट इज एक्यूमुलेशन ऑफ फ्लूइड इनसाइड हिज लंग्स, उसे न्यूमोनिया भी हो सकता है और उसको तो फीवर होगा ही क्योंकि इन्फेक्शन खून में फैल चुका है, उसे कफ भी हो सकता है, कफ मतलब द म्यूकस प्रोडक्शन व्हिच इज गोइंग टू ब्लॉक आवर एयरवेज, हेंस देयर इज अ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ कफ रिफ्लेक्स टू रिमूव दिस कफ और प्लेगम फ्रॉम द दिस रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक। देन चेस्ट पेन भी हो सकता है और शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रेथ, क्योंकि हमारे जो एल्वियोलस है जो गैसेस एक्सचेंज का काम करते हैं वो म्यूकस एक्सेसिव प्रोडक्शन ऑफ म्यूकस की वजह से ब्लॉक हो चुके हैं, और ऑलरेडी इन्फेक्शन की वजह से फंगल इन्फेक्शन की वजह से ज्यादातर एल्वियोलर सेल्स वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो चुके हैं, वो मर चुके हैं, इसलिए हमारा जो लंग्स का फंक्शन है, जो एफिशिएंसी है वो कम हो चुका है, गैसेस एक्सचेंज नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, इसलिए पेशेंट में लीड टू शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रेथ। Then the next point is cutaneous, which is related to skin type of mucormycosis। इसमें क्या होता है, ज्यादातर हमारे स्किन के ऊपर कुछ रैशेस और ब्लिस्टर्स और अल्सर्स आ जाते हैं और हमारा जो इन्फेक्टेड एरिया है उसका डिस्कलरेशन भी हो जाता है, आमतौर पर इसका कलर ब्लैक हो जाता है। ब्लैक क्यों होता है स्किन का कलर, क्योंकि हमारा जो सेल्स स्किन के ऊपर जो सेल्स है वो डेड हो जाते हैं, उसको नेक्रोसिस हो जाता है, उसका सेल डेथ हो जाता है। नेक्रोसिस मींस सेल डेथ, व्हेन देयर इज सेल डेथ द सेल कलर बिकम्स अल्टीमेटली ब्लैक, hence there is an appearance of a black color on the affected area and the person may have another symptoms like pain। क्यों होता है, क्योंकि हमारे पेन रिसेप्टर रहते हैं जिसे कहा जाता है नोकिसेप्टर्स और नोसिसेप्टर्स। जब भी हमारे सेल या टिश्यू में इंजरी होती है अगर इस सेल के टिश्यू सेल में इंजरी हुई, इस सेल में ट्रॉमा हुआ, तो सेल मेम्ब्रेन में प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स नाम का केमिकल रहता है, वो रिलीज हो जाता है। वो प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स बाइंड हो जाते हैं पेन रिसेप्टर्स को और वो पेन को स्टिमुलेट करते हैं, इसलिए पेशेंट को पेन का सेंसेशन होता है। ओके, एंड पेशेंट में फील वार्मथ, ओके, व्हेन देयर इज बर्निंग, इट मे बी बर्निंग सेंसेशन और एक्सेसिव रेडनेस, ओके, और स्वेलिंग अराउंड द वुंड, क्योंकि इन्फ्लेमेशन होगा तो स्वेलिंग और रेडनेस भी पाएगा, आ जाएगा उसमें। ओके, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टिनल म्यूकरमाइकोसिस। जब भी ये फंगल इन्फेक्शन हमारे स्टमक में या इंटेस्टाइन या कोलन में इन्फेक्ट करेगा, इसे कहा जाता है गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टिनल म्यूकरमाइकोसिस। इसमें क्या होगा, पेशेंट को एब्डोमिनल पेन होगा, nausea. Why nausea is going to happen? When there is any infection in the gastrointestinal tract, there is a triggering of the chemoreceptor trigger zone on the fourth ventricle of our medulla, which is going to trigger the nauseatic feeling. Okay, and also it is going to result in the vomiting due to the propulsion or the contraction of the smooth muscles of our stomach, and hence the person may also experience गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टाइनल ब्लीडिंग। अगर ये सेल्स हमारे जो जीआई ट्रैक्ट के जो सेल्स है, अगर वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएंगे तो इसमें से खून भी आ सकता है, इसे कहा जाता है गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टाइनल ब्लीडिंग और हेमोरेज। देन द लास्ट पॉइंट और टाइप ऑफ म्यूकरमाइकोसिस इज डिसेमिनेटेड म्यूकरमाइकोसिस, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज वाइड स्प्रेड म्यूकरमाइकोसिस। ज्यादातर पर्सन्स जो पेशेंट्स रहते हैं, अगर ये इन्फेक्शन, ये फंगल इन्फेक्शन उनके खून में फैल गया तो उनके खून, हमारा जो ब्लड रहता है वो हमारे बॉडी में कांस्टेंट फ्लो होता रहता है। अगर हमारे खून में, हमारे ब्लड में ये फंगल इन्फेक्शन एंटर कर गया तो पूरे बॉडी के ऑर्गन्स में ये इन्फेक्ट कर जाएगा, इसलिए इसे कहा जाता है डिसेमिनेटेड म्यूकरमाइकोसिस। और अगर म्यूकरमाइकोसिस पेशेंट को हुआ तो उसका जो मॉर्टेलिटी रेट है वो नियरली 50 to 55% है। The mortality rate of mucormycosis in the patient, the mortality rate is nearly about 50 to 55%। मतलब अगर 100 लोगों को म्यूकरमाइकोसिस हुआ तो उसमें से 50 लोग मर जाएंगे ड्यू टू म्यूकरमाइकोसिस। Hence there is high mortality rate as compared to that of the COVID infection. Okay, and person may also suffer from another medical conditions. Okay, and it is very difficult to know the symptoms which is going to relate with the mucormycosis. Then we are going to look towards the actual mechanism of infection or the pathophysiology of mucormycosis. Actually ये म्यूकरमाइकोसिस इन्फेक्शन हमारे बॉडी में किस तरह होता है, इसके लिए हम इसके बारे में जानने वाले हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, देयर इज अ इनहेलेशन ऑफ द फंगल स्पोर्स। Fungal spores, there is a particular type of spores around the fungus which is going to act as a protective barrier and protect the fungus from the external environment, and these spores are also involved in the reproduction of the fungus. Okay, when we are going to inhale the spores, I am going to talk with respect to the immunocompromised patient or the patients having diabetes। जो लोगों को डायबिटिक कीटोएसिडोसिस हुआ है, जिस लोगों में कोविड हो चुका है, उनकी इम्यूनिटी कम हो चुकी है, उन लोगों के बारे में मैं बात कर रहा हूं। द पीपल विद इम्यूनोकॉम्प्रोमाइज immune system means their immune system is already very down due to corona, okay, or COVID infection. In that patient, there is an inhalation of fungal spores present in the environment, and they are going to inhale that spores. That spores, when it will enter into our lungs or our body, they are going to generate hyphae. Hyphae are the filaments which are going to produce by the fungus. This hyphae, if this is a fungal cell, it is going to produce some filaments called as hyphae, which is going to absorb, which is going to take in the nutrients through this hyphae. Hyphae is essential for absorption of nutrients from the environment into the fungal cell for its growth, multiplication and replication. ओके, हाइफे बन जाते हैं हमारे बॉडी के अंदर फंगल बॉडी में से। ओके, व्हेन द फंगस इज गोइंग टू एंटर इनसाइड आवर बॉडी, इट इज गोइंग टू एब्सॉर्ब द न्यूट्रिएंट्स फ्रॉम द होस्ट सेल through with the help of hyphae, and this fungus is going to proliferate into our nasal sinuses. Okay, and through the sinuses it can directly enter into the orbit of the eyes, and through the eyes it may enter into the nasolacrimal duct, which is going to produce some lacrimal secretions. Okay, also it can get access to the brain, especially the cerebral part of brain. Okay, cerebrum and other organs. Finally, the fungus is going to attach to the endothelial cells. I have already told you, if this is the endothelial cells, the fungus is going to attach to the receptor, that is glucose receptor present on the cell, and this fungus is going to bind to this receptor and attach firmly to the endothelial cells, that is the inner lining of blood vessels, and through it can get entry into our bloodstream. Okay, and also it is going to attach with the help of laminin and type 4 collagen. Collagen is the most abundant type of protein found in the human body. Note it down. Okay, and this particular, with the help of collagen and laminin, this fungus is going to attach to the endothelial cells. Okay, finally the fungus is going to use the free iron. This is, if this is a free iron, ferrous or ferric. Okay, free iron which is present inside our blood. If our blood will contain free iron, this free iron is going to be taken up by the fungus, and this free iron is going to use as a cofactor to carry out its normal metabolic processes by the fungus. यह फंगस क्या करेगा, हमारे ब्लड में जो फ्री आयन प्रेजेंट है उसको यूटिलाइज करेगा ताकि वो खुद रेप्लिकेट हो सके, हो पाए। फिर क्या होगा, the virus is going to use the free iron, utilize free iron present in our body and rapidly grow and multiply, and hence it is going to get replicate and spread throughout the body. Finally the fungus is going to invade, attack the blood vessels. It is called as angioinvasion or vascular invasion, and it is going to cause vessel thrombosis. Okay, there is formation of clots within the blood vessels. If this is a blood vessel, there is a formation of abnormal clots, pathological clots, which is going to obstruct the flow of the blood to the respective organ, reducing the tissue perfusion in that particular organ, leading to necrosis or cell death. Then finally it is going to cause tissue necrosis. अगर ये क्लॉट फॉर्म करेगा तो यह क्लॉट is going to cause obstruction to the blood flow to the particular tissue, and hence the tissue is not going to receive oxygen as well as nutrients like glucose, and the tissue, due to deficiency of oxygen and glucose, is not able to produce ATP, and hence the tissue is going to die due to necrosis. Finally fungus is going to spread throughout the body through blood. Okay, then we are going to discuss who are at risk, which patients are at risk. Generally we are going to see many people are exposed to the environment which will contain many spores, fungal spores, but they are not going to get infected. Which type of patients are going to get infected? The patients who are immunocompromised, means their immunity is already down due to the corona infection, COVID virus infection. Okay, immunocompromised patient, that is patient with compromised or suppressed immune system. The patient with organ transplant, if the patient is going to receive, take an example, kidney transplant, to prevent the rejection of the kidney, the patient is been prescribed with the immunosuppressants. Okay, immunosuppressant therapy is been given to prevent the rejection of the organ. Hence the person will have suffering from the immunocompression. Hence this type of patient can also have high degree of susceptibility to this type of mucormycosis. Then the patients like AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, already there is deficiency of immunity or immune cells in his body, hence the patient is highly susceptible to this type of infection. Next point is uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. The patient is going to have chronic diabetes. Okay, he is also going to suffer from mucormycosis. Then cirrhosis of liver, fatty liver, malnutrition, deficiency of nutrition, use of corticosteroid and immunosuppressant therapy. See here, when we are going to administer corticosteroid, especially in the patients who are going to suffer from COVID-19, जिन लोगों को COVID-19 इन्फेक्शन हुआ है उनके लंग्स को कोलैप्स मतलब हो ना पाए, इसलिए टू प्रिवेंट द लंग कोलैप्स the doctor is going to prescribe corticosteroids. Hence this is going to prevent the collapse of the lung, okay, inside the patient, and it is going to prevent the death of the patient. and hence corticosteroid therapy is been prescribed to prevent the loss of the patient. But this corticosteroid is going to decrease the immunity of the patient. पेशेंट की जो इम्यूनिटी है वो कम हो जाती है स्टेरॉइड की वजह से. तो क्या होगा, पेशेंट का इम्यून सेल्स कम हो जाएंगे और पेशेंट विल हैव हाई डिग्री ऑफ ससेप्टिबिलिटी टू दिस म्यूकरमाइकोसिस. Note it down, this type of disease is non-contagious. It is not going to spread directly, but as it is not able to penetrate the skin, but it is only going to enter through the skin if the skin is going to have wound or any surgery is there or the skin is already burnt. Okay, we are going to discuss the treatment. Treatment is the use of classical antifungal agents like amphotericin B, isovuconazole and posaconazole. These drugs are going to inhibit the formation of ergosterol. Ergosterol ये एक केमिकल रहता है जो फंगल सेल वॉल में मौजूद रहता है, प्रेजेंट रहता है. Ergosterol is an essential integral component of the fungal cell wall. If this ergosterol is not formed by these drugs are going to prevent the formation of ergosterol. Hence, the cell wall of the particular fungus is not stable. It is not rigid. It is not able to withstand the mechanical stress. Hence, due to the cell in this weak cell wall, this fungal cell will ultimately die, and hence there is no growth of fungus inside the body, or if the fungal growth is there, it is going to get destroyed. The next type of treatment is use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy. If the person is going to suffer from the pulmonary mucormycosis, means पेशेंट के फेफड़ों में अगर फंगल इन्फेक्शन हुआ है, म्यूकरमाइकोसिस हुआ है, तो उसके लंग्स काम नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि उसके जो एल्वियोलस है ऑलरेडी डैमेज हो चुके हैं. तो उसके लंग्स जो काम नहीं करेंगे तो हमें ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई देना होगा ताकि उसके ब्लड का जो ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन है वो मेंटेन हो पाए. Above 90% oxygen saturation should be maintained to save the patient. So we are going to give a hyperbaric, a high degree pressure of oxygen therapy, oxygen under pressure, which is going to increase the oxygen saturation level. Along with it, it is also going to increase the ability of neutrophils to kill the fungus. आमतौर पे देखा जाता है हमारे बॉडी के जो न्यूट्रोफिल्स है, ओके, जिसे माइक्रोफेजेस भी कहा जाता है, वो फंगस को डिस्ट्रॉय कर देते हैं. न्यूट्रोफिल्स आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर destroying the fungal cells, and this neutrophils efficiency is going to get increased when we are going to give oxygen under pressure. And finally, surgery to remove the infected area so that the fungus is not going to spread to the other areas of the body. Then takeaway points we are going to discuss. In the normal host, the defense mechanism uses phagocytes called as macrophages or monocytes, including tissue macrophages and neutrophils. These microphages and macrophages, that is neutrophils, are going to eat, they are going to engulf the fungal cells and going to destroy them with the help of process called as phagocytosis in the normal host cell. I am speaking with respect to normal healthy individual. But when the person is going to suffer from COVID-19 infection, his immunity is down and is also going to receive steroids which will further hamper his immune system, and it is going to have high degree, that patient is going to suffer from high degree of, he is going to have high susceptibility towards that mucormycosis. See here, fungal growth will require free iron. Free iron is very important, essential for the growth of fungus inside our body. And generally this ions in our body, it is bound with a particular type of specialized iron binding proteins. They may be ferritin or hemosiderin. Ferritin and hemosiderin are the iron storage or iron binding proteins present in our blood. But when this iron is not bound with the iron binding proteins, then they are present in a free form. And when this iron is going to present in a free form, this fungus is going to replicate by utilization of the free form of iron, and hence it is going to bind with the iron. This free iron is going to be utilized by fungus for further growth. In normal individuals, healthy individuals, the iron is not present mostly in the free form. It is already bound to the iron storage proteins like ferritin and hemosiderin. But the patient with diabetes ketoacidosis or metabolic एसिडोसिस, डायबिटिक कीटोएसिडोसिस होता क्या है, जिन डायबिटिक पेशेंट्स में ग्लूकोज को यूटिलाइज नहीं कर पाते हैं उनके बॉडी में ग्लूकोज का लेवल बढ़ जाता है, क्योंकि उनके बॉडी में इंसुलिन रिस्पॉन्स नहीं करता है, उसके उनके बॉडी का ग्लूकोज लेवल बढ़ जाता है और वो ग्लूकोज सेल के अंदर एंटर नहीं कर पाता है, इसलिए सेल ग्लूकोज को यूटिलाइज नहीं कर पाएगा, इसलिए बॉडी विल स्विच टुवर्ड्स द beta oxidation of fatty acids. Body will try to oxidize the fatty acids for the production of energy, that is ATP, as it is not going to utilize glucose due to lack of insulin in the diabetes. Hence what will happen, there is production of ketone bodies, there is production of ketone bodies inside the body of the patient, that is diabetic patient. These ketone bodies are going to decrease the pH of the blood. It is going to make the pH of the blood more acidic, and also diabetic patients are tend to have more problems with the kidneys. They are going to have renal failure due to high sugar level. It is going to damage the nephrons, resulting into renal failure. When the person is going to have renal failure, he is not able to retain bicarbonate ions, and his acidity of the urine of the blood is going to increase. And when the acidity of the blood is going to increase, जब भी बॉडी का जो pH है वो कम हो जाएगा, बॉडी ब्लड का pH that is acidic pH बढ़ जाएगा, तो क्या होगा, there is a dissociation of free ion. ये जो आयन ऑलरेडी आयन स्टोरेज प्रोटीन को, आयन बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन को बाउंड फॉर्म में है, मौजूद है, अगर एक बार एसिडिक pH होने के बाद this ion which is bound to the ion binding proteins is going to separate or dissociate from it, and it will increase the free concentration of iron in the blood, leading to increased utilization of this free ion by the fungus for its growth, multiplication and replication. And finally the fungus is going to rapidly grow and multiply and replicate in our body. Decrease immunity, especially in the post-COVID, means after COVID recovered patient, they are going to have less number of neutrophils, as their neutrophils are already utilized in fighting the COVID-19 virus, and also there is weak body, and hence the immune system is also suppressed. He is not going to have sufficient or adequate amount of neutrophils to kill the fungus, and therefore the fungus are opportunistic. They are going to rapidly attack the body, and there is increased risk of mucormycosis infection. And finally, we are going to discuss the most important point. When we are going to give immunosuppressant therapy, when the patient is going to have organ replacement, or there is a use of corticosteroids like dexamethasone or prednisolone, these steroids are going to suppress the immune system, and hence high susceptibility of the mucormycosis infection. They are going to alter the immune system and increases the risk of the mucormycosis. Finally, the broad spectrum antibiotics also increase the risk of the mucormycosis, as they are going to inhibit the microbial flora. Normal flora is present in the gut of our GI tract. This normal flora is going to prevent the fungal infection, the pathogenic infection in our body. But when we are going to take broad spectrum antibiotics, it is going to kill the normal microbial flora. The essential component of our gut is going to get destroyed, and hence the protective mechanism of the microbial flora is going to get lost, and there is a high susceptibility towards the mucormycosis infection, and the patient may rapidly develop the infection of mucormycosis. Most importantly, this mucormycosis infection is general disease, okay, but nowadays it is more seen. Why? Because due to post-COVID recovered patients, the patients who are already recovered from COVID-19 infection, their body is too weak and there is less number of neutrophils in their body, their immune system is already compressed or suppressed, and hence they cannot fight, their body is not sufficient to fight with the fungal infection, that is mucormycosis species of fungus, and hence they are going to rapidly catch with this type of infection. Okay, in the next lecture we are going to discuss some more interesting facts on the current topics related to our biology. Thank you.